web app, web application. Okay. The person who can know about this answer, like you can raise your hand, I can give unmute option for you. Like what exactly the meaning of web application or web app? You can ping me in the chat or else you can raise your hand, I can give unmute option for you and we can communicate directly. Okay, Ibrahim. Yeah, Ibrahim, good morning. You can speak with me now.
Any application that can run on a website web browser that can be installed on a server and people can use it from anywhere.
Exactly. Perfect. So, like what exactly the stuff is? The application where we can use both on locally and on internet, right? That means, like, for example, let's take the WhatsApp, okay, or else let's take the YouTube. WhatsApp, without downloading the application, you can use from internet, okay, and YouTube also you can use the application without downloading locally. So to precise this one, like what I'll do is, first of all, like I'll search whether I have YouTube or not. So if you see YouTube, I don't have any local platform. See, it is showing social media platform. YouTube, the application I don't have anywhere. But apart from this, like what we can do is directly you can open your YouTube from the internet. So if you go and search, if I give YouTube here, so directly you can access the application from here. So if you go to here, like you can access the application. So this is the stuff exactly what you need to understand before starting the session. First one is web application. And the second thing you want to understand before the webinar is website. What is the meaning of website? Can anyone tell me? Already we have seen what is the meaning of web application and what is the meaning of website. So this part you already know, like the working people definitely knows about this. Website means it is a collection of static web pages. Okay. So this is the first of all, the thing where we need to start from. Why? Because like I'll ask you one question from all of you. For example, let me type Amazon.com. So now anyone tell me, like, is this website or web application? My first question for all of you is, you are seeing something on your screen. Is that website or web application? You can ping me on the chat, your response. Anand Kumar, yes, it's a website. Okay. Remaining people? Hitesh, website. Navin Kola. Okay, website. Sanjay, website. Okay. Shankar, website. Bhavya, website. Okay. So what about the remaining people? Okay, I got one unique answer, that's web app from Caesar. Okay. Web application, okay. Okay. So both it's from Prakash. Okay. So website. Okay. So almost like I got response from every one of you. Like that's very good. Like all of you are interacting. That's great to hear. So actually the stuff is the people who say this is the website, it is completely wrong. Okay. The people who say it is website, it is completely wrong. Why? Because there is some difference between website and web application. Okay. We need not to call it as website. It is web application. How you can call it as web application means, first of all, let's spot the difference between website and web application. A lot of the people, like working employees as well as students, are a bit unaware of this difference, the meaning of website and web application. But now I'll tell you what exactly the main difference between website and web application. Give me a second. So already I have said what is the meaning of website and what is the meaning of web application. Okay. So here, what exactly I'm going to do is, web application is nothing but a program here that can be accessed from the browser. The first difference is web application is a program. Okay. And coming to the website part, it is a collection of your pages that can be your static pages where we can see the information in the internet. Okay. So one more time I'm telling, web application is a program that you can access from the internet. And this must be linked to database at any cost. What are the stuff you are calling as web application? This web application must need to interact with the database. Second one is website. So website is nothing but a simple collection of your HTML pages. And website need not to have the interaction page. Okay. So even like there is no necessary to build any kind of databases. There's the first difference. Second difference is web application can be able to interact with end users, but whereas website can't. Okay. So web application is going to interact with the users and website cannot in all the cases. Coming to the third point, we can read and manipulate the data. So here you can read the data as well as you can read the like whatever the stuff you are reading, you can manipulate to and complex functionality. But whereas here you can't manipulate the data and the functionality is very simple. Why? Because here you need to write both front-end code as well as back-end code. Okay. So there you need to write both front-end code as well as here you need to write back-end code. But here only front-end code is required. So in a nutshell, you need to understand the difference between web application and website is it is a program must be linked to database. But here it is a collection of HTML pages. You need to write both front-end code and back-end code for the web application, but for website, only front-end code is enough. Okay. So front-end code means like HTML, CSS, all these stuff, like web technology, simply we can call it as. Coming to the back-end, you can use like Java, like that. So this is the first of all basic difference we need to understand before proceeding to the workshop. So up to here, are you clear? Can you ping me your response on the chat? Up to here, is the stuff clear for you? Okay, so great. So if you are not able to understand anything, just please let me know. Okay, I'll give an unmute option for you to speak as well as we can interact. Okay, sir. So now you said like what exactly the difference between website and web application you said. I got some point there as well as the main difference is here, as I said, like this can be an application where you can access local from internet and website you cannot access from local. Definitely you must need to connect to the internet without any case. Okay. Okay, sir. So now my question to you is like what exactly we are going to do is we are going to host a small application with some front-end code, like we can call it as a website as well. So here, what exactly I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take a server, sir. I'm going to take a server. Okay. So in this server, I'm going to host my static web application. So which cannot be changed, and I'm going to use only some static basic HTML pages. So, okay. So to use this one, what exactly I'm going to do is, first of all, I have one developer. So let's take a developer. What exactly the work of developer is, developers are always meant to write the code. So developer write one static code, or it can be any kind of code, front-end code. Okay. So the code from the developer is given to me. So the code from the developer is given to me. What exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to take the source code and I'm going to deploy it to my server. Where I'm going to deploy means here server. I'm going to deploy it to the server. Okay. So then developer means the guy who is going to write the source code. Here, what kind of code I'm using? I'm using only front-end HTML source code. Okay. And I'm going to deploy into the server. So now my question is, what exactly the meaning of deployment is? Deployment is nothing but the process of installation. Okay. I'll write down it here too. Deployment. process of installation and web app on app server. That means web application means if we have one web application, okay, deployments means if you have a web application, if you install that on an application server, it is called as deployment. So now coming to the here, what is the meaning of app server means? For this, to understand this one, first of all, you need to know about 3-tier architecture. I hope like you all know about 3-tier architecture. So, but if in case like if you don't know as well, like don't worry about it. I'm going to explain it now. So coming to the 3-tier architecture, sir, here you are going to have mainly 3 servers. We are going to have. Let me open some new paint. Okay, so here I'll define server 1, server 2, server 3. So here what exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the 3-tier architecture. Okay. So as a DevOps engineer, or as a like not only DevOps engineer, if you're working as a software engineer means you must need to have this definitely on your mind. Why? Because completely your real-time work is based on 3-tier architecture. If you are working as a developer or if you are working as a tester, it doesn't matter. So all of us need to know about the 3-tier architecture, how exactly the application in real time works. For example, let's take an application, any kind of application. Okay, any kind of application. Internally, how this application is going to work, I'm going to tell you. But before that, like I would like to get response from your end. Anyone knows about 3-tier architecture here? You can ping me or you can speak with me as well, if you know about it. Okay. Okay. Sakshad for me. So you can speak, Sakshad, like I will give unmute option for you. Why? Because like I would like to make it more interactive. So instead of like I'm going to take the class and I'm going to tell it directly. So interaction is always better. So you can speak Swami now.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi. So you said like we know about the architecture, right? Can you tell me like what exactly the architecture is? How it will work?
In 3-tier architecture, client side is there,
Okay.
and then application layer and database servers are there.
Exactly.
To connect client to application and database servers,
Hmm.
the web server is used.
Okay.
The web server is public, and application server and database are private.
Exactly. Perfect. This is the exactly how the real time is going to work. So thank you. Thanks for it. Sakshat.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I'll tell you, sir, in real time, whenever you go for any application, if you want to host on the real time, first of all, you need to know about this one: client layer, application, and database layer. I'll tell you what is the client layer and what is the application layer and what is the database layer. First of all, like we will discuss about the client layers. Why? Because if you don't know about this one, you cannot able to work on real time. So for that purpose, I'm making it very clearly for you. Client layer is nothing but your web server. Okay, web server. What is web server means? When a user pass any kind of request, for example, like let me show you. Here I am the user. Okay. I want to access an application called Book My Show. Let's take here in our case, I want to access the application called Book My Show. So let's go to here and type Book My Show. Sir, I am the user. Whenever I type Book My Show, if I click on this one, user interface is going to open for me, UI. Okay. Here exactly going to open for me. How this is opening in the background means with the help of the web server. Web server is responsible to show the front end part of any application. Okay. Whenever user type anything on the browser, web server is used to show the front end part. Okay. Then, sir, in front end part, what you are going to see? In front end part, what you are going to see? Obviously, like the front end part of application where you can see the images, okay, as well as some options to see, as well as to book tickets. Like all these are you are going to see, right? So you are going to see from the front end part. So all the front end part you are going to see from the web server. What is the main purpose of web server is to show the application. To show the application. Purpose I am talking about. Purpose of web server is to show the application. Sir, here who are going to work? Here UI UX developers will be there. UI UX team. In real time, we have UI UX team. They are going to work here. Okay. And what kind of technology they need to use means web technology. Web technology they need to use, like if you go for web technologies, HTML, CSS, JS, Ajax, jQuery, Bootstrap, like all these are going to be your stuff where they are going to use. So one more time, first of all, I'm a user. Okay, if I want to access any kind of application, okay, first of all, I'll see the front end part. So it is called as web server. You are seeing your web server. In your web server, you can see all the content of the application. What is the main purpose of web server is to show the application. Sir, in real time, who are going to work here? UI UX front end team. What they are going to use means web technologies they will use. Example, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like this. It is your client server. Once your client server or web server get the request, it will process the request to the application layer. Sir, if you see here, I can only able to see my application on the screen, but I cannot able to use it. Okay, it is only front end part. I am not using the application. I am just seeing the application only. For example, if I want to use the application, I need to go to the application layer. Okay, so the main purpose of application layer is main purpose of application layer is to interact with the application. So main purpose of the application is to interact with the application. Here I am writing here to interact with the application. It is the main purpose. Okay. Or to use the application, we can say simply to use the application. Sir, in real time, who are going to work here? In real time, who are going to work here means backend team. Okay, like simply we can call them as developers. Sir, what they will use for the backend means they can use Java, they can use Python, or they can prefer any other language. Okay. So this thing they are going to work. So application layer main purpose is to use the application, and here developers are going to work. Okay. What they will use is like coding they will use. What kind of coding are they will use? Java, Python, anything they can use. Depends upon their choice. Okay. They will use coding or programming. Make it as programming. So it is your layer number 2. And coming to the final layer, sir, database layer. Okay. So it is called as application server or application layer. Remember, here I am writing one thing that is called as server are also called as layers. Okay. Servers are nothing but your layers. I am telling for your understanding. So third one is database layer, DB layer. So before jumping to DB layer, like I am telling you, it is the main purpose. Application main thing is to use the application. For example, if you go to here, I click on Dasara movie. Here I can able to book the tickets. That means I am able to use the application, sir. Okay. I am able to use the application. One more time I will tell you. Open Book My Show. If you open Book My Show, what exactly will happen is, first of all, you will go to your request will go to the web server. That means you can only able to see the content of the application. Okay. 1 second, it is a bit slow. I'll open here. Yeah, go to here. Yeah. So now you can see here. Sir, if you send anything on your browser, for example, I open here book my show. First of all, you will go to see a web server. What is the main purpose of web server? Means to show the application only. Who will work here on real-time UX team? What they will use means web technology they will use. Example, HTML, CSS, JavaScript will be there. Okay. So coming to the after client server, the request is going to send to the application layer. For example, sir, you are seeing the client layer, but I want to use the application. Means I definitely need to use the application layer. How can you go the application layer? Means once you click on anything, here you need to pass input. Input can be any kind of thing. You can use the mouse buttons, you can use the keyboard keys to interact with the application layer. So if I click on here, directly I will be able to interact with the application. That means I'm using the application, means I am on the application layer. If I am using the application, means I am on the application layer only. Okay. This is my application layer. So once you are into your application layer, you can book your tickets and the data is going to store on database. So here, if you go and see, if you try to book some tickets here, okay, I am booking 2 tickets. Okay. So click on pay. What are the details you are going to enter here? It is directly going to store on the database part one. Okay. So this one, it is your third layer. So coming to the database layer or database server or layer, anything is fine. Okay. Don't confuse. Server or a layer is same. To store and retrieve data. Who will work here? Database team. DB admins will be there. For every company, DB admins will be there. Okay. They will use databases. Example, MySQL, Aurora, Postgres, Oracle, and some Miracle if we have. Okay. So that is the stuff they are going to use. So first of all, you need to understand the architecture. If you understand the architecture, everything is very, very easy for you. So here, if you see, first of all, when a user try to send the request, it will go to the web server. Web server will show the application. From the application, you can only able to see the application only. But if you want to use the application, we need to go to the application layer. Sir, how the request from client server to application server is going means with the help of the API. With the help of the API, I think like already you all know about APIs. What is the meaning of API? Can anyone tell me? What is the meaning of API? You can ping me on the chat. Application programming interface. Okay. So remember, application programming interface means like when the request want to send from one server to another server, we need to use the APIs. So like that, when you write the API, the request is going to one server to another server. So you are on the application layer. Application layer main purpose to use the application. Here we can use programming to write the code. So Java, Python, and any other thing you can choose as per your requirement. So finally, database layer. What are the data we are having to our application? We are going to shut down database. DB admins are going to work here. They will use databases like Amazon, MySQL, Aurora, MySQL, or MS SQL, Postgres, Oracle, DB, like this kind of the database they are going to use. So this is how exactly the real-time applications are going to work. If you take any kind of application, not only this one, let's consider your YouTube example. Okay, I'll open the YouTube here. Guys, exactly I'm telling the real-time work, how the real-time is going to work. You all use this application at least once in your lifetime, definitely. But how the behind the scenes are going to work for you, how the backend is going to process all this information is on this way. Let's go to YouTube. Or if you have Amazon Prime, you can open the Amazon Prime as well. For example, like here, I'm going to use the YouTube application. For example, here I have one thing called, if you see this one, if you see this one, like I'm using this application, right? What exactly I'm going to do is this application, the front end part. For example, if you want to play a song, like I want to play the regular song, not. This is a song I want to play, for example. So once I give input from the keyboard, so here I'm using keyboard to pass the information. Okay, this YouTube definitely will bring the information from backend database. So this YouTube has some database, right? From the database, this song is going to store. And if I click on this one, YouTube application, I can be able to directly use. Okay, YouTube application, I can directly able to use it. It is how the works are going to do on the real time. So first of all, is the 3D architecture clear for all of you? Can you please confirm me on chat once? The 3D architecture. Guys, you can ping me on the chat. Like if you are having any queries or any thing like it is not clear for you, you can ping me on the chat. Okay, so I'm getting positive response from everyone. Okay, so great. We can move ahead now. DevOps engineers works on which server of these three? We need to work on 3 servers, Ajay. Definitely, not only one. We must need to work on 3 servers. So to demonstrate for today's class, what exactly I'm going to show you is I'll take some small application and I'm going to use only front-end code, not back-end code this time. Okay, just take some small front-end code and how to deploy that application means I'm going to show you. Sir, first of all, if you want to deploy any kind of application or any kind of static web pages, first of all, you need to create one server. We need to create one server. Then what is the meaning of server here? What is the meaning of server? Okay, I'm writing here the meaning of server means which serves. Users. What is the meaning of servers? Server means which serves the user. For example, I'm a user. Okay, I'm a user. I want to book one ticket. So I'm using the Book My Show application. That means here it is a server. From the server only I can be able to get the response. Server main purpose is to serve the user. Server main purpose is to serve the user. Sir, now I want to go to a movie. If I want to go to movie means I need to book a ticket. How can I book the ticket? Definitely, I must need to interact with server. Why? Because server is going to serve us. What are the requirements I have? This requirement is going to completely fulfilled by a server to me. Okay, that's the meaning of server. So you can take any kind of application. You can take any kind of, for example, let's take Paytm. Sir, I want to go to my hometown. For the purpose, I need to book some train tickets. So if you open the Paytm, tell like, see how the exactly behind the scenes are working. For example, here I'm using Paytm, right? So I have 4 of friends, me. My main purpose is to book the bus tickets. I want to go to my hometown. So here, what is my requirement? My requirement is to book the bus tickets. If you go to Paytm, this Paytm can definitely able to book my bus tickets. If I go to here and if I select from where to everything, I can be able to book my tickets. Coming to my friend request, like he want to take some loan. Okay, my friend one. So I'm giving F1 means friend one. He want to take some loan. What is his requirement now? Sir, that guy requirement is to take the loan. Okay, now he will ask server. What he will ask? Paytm loan service. If I go to here, like Paytm directly is going to open the application. Now directly you can take the loan from here. So if you go to here, there will be some service called loan services. Okay. I think where it is. Investment loans. There is some loan service here, I think so. All education. Let me open from here. Yeah. So it is my friend requirement, sir. My friend want to take the loan. So definitely you can get the 2 minutes instant loan from the Paytm application. Friend one. Sir, now my friend two requirement is he want to go to movie. Okay. He want to go to movie with his friend. Okay. So now what we can do again, if I go to the server, if I give Paytm movies, if I type like this, I mean my friend, not me, directly he can be able to book the tickets for this movie. That means here, if you see, sir, here we all are different. I am different, my friend is different, and friend two is also different. But we are different people and having different kind of requirements. But all the requirements are getting fulfilled. How it is going to get in the fulfilled means with the help of the server. Okay. With the help of this one, all our requirements are going to be different. My requirement is different, my friend requirement is different, and other friend requirements are different. But sir, here, how we are going to fulfill all of them means by the server. So in this server, I have a Paytm application. In this server, I have a Paytm application. With the help of the Paytm application, I can be able to access the bus tickets. With the help of the Paytm application, I can access my loan service, I can access my movie service, everything I can access. You are getting these responses, but where you are getting the responses means you are getting the responses from the server, which is having the Paytm application inside. You are getting the response from the server, which is having Paytm application on it. Okay. So the meaning of server is to serve the users. Here Paytm application is there. This application is on my server. This server is serving to the users. It is serving for me with bus tickets. It is serving for me with loan tickets, even though it is serving for me with my movie tickets as well. So this is the exact meaning of server. Sir, is the point clear, sir? What is the meaning of server? Can you please ping me your response on the chat? So completely my class are going to be interactive. So what are the stuff I am telling? I'll definitely take response from you. Why? Because if I take response, like I can get the clarity how much you are into the subject now. Can you please ping me on your chat? Up to now it is clear or not? Okay, getting response from only few people now. What about remaining? Guys, are you able to follow the class? Or like, is there anything confusing for you? So clear, everything is clear. Okay, great response. Okay, great. So now up to now we have seen the theoretical part only. Like, so it's been almost like 45 minutes. So I'm going to go to the practical part now. So, sir, to host an application, I need to have the server. So where you are going to get this server means I have my AWS account. Remember, guys, like you need to have your AWS account. Without having the AWS account, you cannot create the server. Okay, like if you are having some other accounts like GCP and Azure, also fine. But in our case, like we are going to use AWS. The reason why I'm using AWS is AWS occupies almost 1/3 part of the cloud market. For example, like let's take, I have 100 rupees. The cloud market is 100 rupees. 33 rupees is the value of AWS when compared to all the clouds. So almost all 1/3 is your AWS cloud. And coming to the Azure, it is 20%, sir. Some people will call it as Azure. It is not Azure, it's Azure. The complete name is Azure, we need to call it as. And coming to GCP, like almost all 9%. So these are the percentages, like AWS is 33%, Azure 20%, and GCP 9%. So having the vast market, lot of people will definitely prefer the AWS. Why? Because the flexibility we are having with the AWS is very high. Okay. So now already I have one account. So if you don't know how to create an account, so I'll tell on our classes, regular classes. So first of all, go to your account and click on EC2. Here, what exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a server. Okay. In AWS, our servers are going to call it as EC2 instances. Okay, our servers are going to call it as EC2 instances. So let me open some notepad for you. Why? Because I need to tell some stuff. Notepad. Okay. I'll explain the process of how to create server. So in the process of creating server, okay, first of all, open your AWS account. I'll write it here. Step number 1. Open AWS account. Step number 2. First of all, you need to select EC2 on search box. So it is my search box. So directly also you can go to here and you can type EC2. It is my search box actually. So go to EC2 and type it. So by default, you don't have any servers here. Okay, I'm not having any kind of servers. So I would like to create one server. Click on launch instance and click on launch instance one more time. So here first you need to give the name of the server. Okay, here these are original steps actually. So I need to write it as steps from here. These are your prerequisites. So what is my step number 1 is Give a name to your server. Give a tag. Tag means like you can give your names to your server. Okay. Sir, for example, I want to give my name only. My name is like Raham, but I won't give like this. I will give a web server. Second, step number 2 is you need to select the Amazon mission image. Sir, what exactly the meaning of Amazon mission image is? I'll tell you. Step number 2, select AMI. Sir, what is the meaning of AMI? AMI means Amazon machine image. Okay. It consists of OS and softwares required to launch our server. Sir, step number 2 is AMI, sir. Step number 2 is AMI. AMI means Amazon mission image. What exactly the Amazon mission image is? For example, if I want to launch a server, okay, server is nothing but your computer. Remember, guys, server is nothing but our computer. So tell me, if I have my computer and if I don't have my operating system, if I have my computer, I don't have any kind of operating system, I cannot able to use the server, I mean my system. So in real time also, whenever you create servers, you must need to have one of the operating system. That can be anything. So here in our case, I am going to use the Linux operating system. On our class, or not only class, on our real time as well. If we go to real time, majorly, we will use Linux operating system. Okay. So in our real time also, definitely we need to use the Linux operating system. It is step number 2. So step number 2 is selecting AMI, sir. AMI means Amazon mission image. We can call it as. What exactly the meaning of Amazon mission image is? It will consist the operating system and softwares required to launch our server. That means, for example, if I want to launch my server, my server need to have some softwares as well as my server need to have some operating system. I don't install any kind of operating system. Why? Because this operating system is already inside this AMI. Okay. I don't install any kind of operating system. Why? Because operating system is directly on this AMI unit template. Okay. So directly I can use the template. So the template I'm using is Amazon Linux 2. I'll write all these steps here. Template, I'm going to use this Amazon Linux 2. Okay. That's it. So these notes I'll give you. Don't worry about the notes. I'll give it to you. It is your step number 2. Sir, after that, step number 3, I need to select the instance type. What is the instance type means? Step number 3. Step number 3, your instance type. Instance type means allocating RAM as well as CPU per server. Okay. So step number 3 is selecting instance. If I want to create, as I said before, server is nothing but your computer. If you have a computer must need to have some RAM as well as it need to have some CPU as well. Okay. So in this case, what exactly we are going to do is we are going to one second workshop. I'll save this file first of all. Okay. So in the instance type, we are going to allocate the amount of RAM as well as the number of CPUs we want for our server. So for demo purpose, I'm going to take T2 micro, which definitely consists of 1 CPU as well as 1 GB of RAM. So here I'm taking T2 micro. Okay, what exactly taking is T2 micro. So T2 micro will consist of 1 CPU as well as 1 GB of RAM. It is completely free. Like remember guys, here in the cloud, all the resources are not free. We need to pay amount for some resource. For example, if you go to here, T2 large, you will get 2 CPUs and 8 GB of RAM, but which is not going to be free. It is going to be paid. Okay. So here I'll take T2 micro and key pair. But today, like it is not optional. Okay. If you want to create one key pair, you can create, but if you don't want to create as well as you can skip it. So I'm selecting my existing key pair. Even though if you don't create your key pair, it is absolutely fine. Proceed without. Okay. I'm not going to create the key pair. So coming to the network, sir. Here network is nothing but here for demo purpose, like I'm not showing the key pair, but in real time, definitely we need to create the key pair. So if you want to create a new key pair, so you can create key pair, or if you want to ignore for a demo, you can ignore it. Coming to the network, sir, here you need to select your VPC. VPC means it is mainly for your security purpose. Okay. So step number 4, first of all, let me get to step number 4. Step 4, creating key pair. I'll create key pair for you. Why? Because like you need to have some real-time exposure, right? So I'll make it to some real-time class only. Click on create new key pair. So the key pair name I'm going to give it as Nginx. The key pair name itself is Nginx I'm giving, and I'm using the PEM file. Click on download. So this key pair is nothing but step number 4. I'll tell you what exactly meaning of key pair. It is having 2 keys. One is public, second one is private. Public key is going to maintain by AWS. Private key is going to maintain by ourselves. When we combine this both public key and private key, we can log into our instance securely. Okay. So one more time, I'll repeat all these 4 steps for you. Step number 1 is we need to give the name for our server. Step number 2 is selecting AMI. AMI means Amazon Machine Image. It consists of the operating system and software already installed. We don't need to install any kind of operating system, and we don't need to install any kind of software. Okay, because it is already installed on your server. Step number 3 is allocating RAM and CPU, like instance type. By default, we can use T2 micro, sir, which consists of one CPU as well as 1 GB of RAM. It is completely fine for us to use for this workshop. But on real time, we don't use T2 micro. We definitely need to use T2 medium like that. Why? Because T2 micro is only having capability of maintaining 1 CPU as well as 1 GB of RAM. Now, step number 4 is creating the key pair. Here we need to create the key pair. It consists of 2 keys. One is public key and second one is private key. Public key is going to be maintained by AWS. Private key is going to be maintained by ourselves. So step number 5, we need to give the network. So here we can define the VPCs as well as security group. So VPC means virtual private cloud. It is some different cloud where we are going to launch our resources. We can call it as simply our own data center in simple word. And security group means it will deal with the inbound as well as outbound traffic. So security group, I am going to give all traffic here. How to give the all traffic is click on edit. Okay, here for our workshop, I am taking the Nginx as a security group name. Sorry, spelling is wrong. Nginx. Okay, by default, SH is the main thing, guys. Here I am writing it clearly. In security group part, SSH is mandatory. Why? Because without SSH, we cannot connect to our servers. Without SSH, we cannot able to connect to our servers. Remember, SSH is going to be very mandatory protocol. Without SSH, we are not able to connect to your server. So I am giving 22. 22 is the port number for SSH. As well as I am going to give all traffic. That means everyone from every port can be able to connect to my server. So the range is 0 to 65,535. It is the range. Don't worry, these steps you are going to learn on our course. Here, I am just giving only some brief about it. Why? Because we don't have much time to cover this workshop. So what are the time we are having? I am trying to cover as much as we can need. So I have given SSH as well as I have given all traffic. So last step is going to be your configuring server. That is EBS volume. Step number 6. Adding storage. So definitely server need to store some information, right? Here I am going to add storage on the EBS blocks. EBS blocks use it to store EBS blocks or EBS volumes use it to store the data in server. So with the help of the EBS volume, we can able to store the data on our server. By default, it is 8 GB, default size. Default is 8 GB and we can extend the limit. So if you want more than 8 GB, you can extend the limit as well. So I'm taking 8 GB. So click on launch. So that's it, guys. That server is launched. Okay, one more time, I'll recap all of this one. We have mainly 6 steps. Step number 1 is giving name. Step number 2 is selecting AMI. AMI means Amazon Mission Image, where our OS as well as our softwares are already installed by default softwares. Step number 3 is adding instance type. Here for your server, you can get the CPU as well as you can get the RAM. Step number 4 is creating the key pair. Here you are going to have two keys. One is public, second one is going to be private. Step number 5 is selecting your VPC, virtual private cloud, and giving the security group. By default, SH is the main thing. Without SH, you cannot be able to connect your servers. And as well as I'm giving all traffic for it. That means from every port, I can be able to access my server. Step number 6 is adding the storage. So by default, I have given 8 GB of storage. That's it, guys. Now your Nginx server is going to be on running state. If you go and see it, yeah, web server is now running. How to connect is very easy. First of all, click on the symbol, click on the connect. Okay. One more time, I'll tell you. So by default, your server is going to run like this. Click on this one, click on connect, click on connect one more time. So in this way, you can connect your server through the browser. So S3 is object level storage, Anand. S3 is object level storage. It's not block level. Okay. So now you will be connected to your server. Sir, now I'm on my server. Sir, what exactly I'm going to do is, first of all, I'll go to root user, sudo -i. All these are your Linux concepts. Don't worry about them now. Sir, here I want to work with Nginx. I want to work with Nginx now. So now I'm installing the Nginx. How I am going to install in Nginx means, like, first of all, go to the root user, sudo -i. Okay. So the meaning of Nginx server is it's a web server. We already know about this one. So I hope my screen is clear for you. 1 second. Yes. Sir, how to install Nginx server means in Linux. First of all, you need to use the package called yum. Why? Because if you want to install any kind of package, you need to use yum. Yum install by using the package manager called yum. I'm installing Nginx. I'm installing what? Nginx. Give -y. -y means yes. So it is asking me to run this command. Sudo Amazon Linux install Nginx one. Copy this one and paste it here. And give -y. So now it is installing my Nginx web server, which is used to host my front-end part. Okay, sir, when we can use S3 storage? If you don't want to work with server, you want to store only data, but not on server, you can use S3, Anand. I hope it is clear for you. Okay, sir, my Nginx is installed now. It is the command I used to install my Nginx. Okay, so I am pasting it here. Sir, whenever by default, if you install Nginx, by default it is stopper state. By default, it will be on stopper state. Okay, give the command systemctl start Nginx. Remember, Nginx is a server, web server used to host our applications. By default, when you install Nginx, it will be on stopper state. We need to start it. So now it is started, and check the status. STATUS. Systemctl is the command which can be able to show the status of our services. Sir, now if you see, is it active or not, sir? Can you confirm in chat? It is active or not here? You see my Nginx is working now. Perfectly, it is going to work. Okay. So now go to here. It is a command. I use it for start and later I check the status. So all of this I will give it for you. Don't worry about these comments. So while listening to the first time, it will be a bit difficult for you, but don't worry. So now my Nginx is completely installed. So there is a path called var www.html. Inside this file, we need to write our content. Okay. It is a folder actually. Go to the path cd var www.html. 1 second. But before that, I'll show you something for you. So click on the public IP address and give it on the chart here. So already like your Nginx is installed. Okay. Your Nginx is already installed. So that means your web server is running, but it is a default page, but I'm not going to show the default page. We will create our custom page. Go to the path cd where so if you go to the var folder, here there is some folders called www. One second. I think which AMI it is. 1 second, please. I think it's Amazon S 2023 or what. Give me 1 second, just. AMI ID. This is not required for you. Don't worry about it. So actually, we need to get the path where www HTML, but it is not showing this one. Let me check which AMI it is exactly. It is Amazon Annex 2 only. Perfect. Okay. So go to this path, user share Nginx HTML. So copy this path and give VM user share Nginx. Go to here. So it is my HTML page. Okay, it is my HTML page. But remember, whenever you use different kind of OS family, so this is going to be changed for you. Don't worry about it. Okay. So it is not the command actually. So www is for the folder, but here I'm searching for the file. Okay. So, but anyway, like thanks. So I'm going to delete this all of you. So 100 DD. If you give 100 DD, all these lines will go. That means 100 lines is going to delete definitely. Sir, in my local, I have already one code, sir. In my local, already I have one code. Okay. If you use the code, this code is for to deploy my application. I have one application that is called as DevOps by Raham. My application name is DevOps by Raham. I have my code on local and I'm going to copy the code and I'm going to save the code here. I saved my code. Okay. Sir, now previously you have some default code. Now you change your source code. If you click on refresh, you are going to get your own application. If you click on login, are you able to see the login page here? So this is exactly how we are going to set up the front end pages. Okay. It is the way how you can host some static content on your server. So now if you change here, sir, from DevOps by Raham, I will change it to DevOps by Raham version 2.0. Just to go to the same path, user share Nginx HTML index.html. But if you use Ubuntu as well as if you use some other stuff, there will be var www HTML page. Okay. So if you go to the top, one second. So come to the bottom. Here I want to change the source code now. One second. Just scroll a little bit down. So here from DevOps, you can share DevOps by Raham 2.0. Or what you can do is you can change it to local as well. So here what exactly I'm doing is you can change the source code on local and you can upload there directly. You can change this. So version 2.0. DevOps by Raham version 2.0. Copy the source code from here and directly what you can do is so just to go to the top of the page. I'm deleting all this one. If you give 100 DD, 100 times is going to delete. Okay. Like that. I'm going to delete all the stuff as well as I'm going to paste it now. You can use shift insert to paste your thing. So now save this one, escape shift colon W. If you paste this and if you click on refresh, it is going to update. So now you are going to get the DevOps by Raham version 2.0. Sir, it is the way how you're going to check the stuff from the front end part. But again, it is not secure. Why? Because here we are going to use HTTP, not HTTPS. Okay. So I'll give the HTML file as well on your source code. Let me give the HTML. Don't worry. What are the stuff you are seeing from the workshop point of view? I'll definitely give all the necessary things you want. So just to go to here and in this page, copy. I'm copying all of this source code. Okay, so now you have everything on a single plate. And the path is this one. Don't give that one, just go to your server. It is the path where you need to go and where you need to paste your stuff. So copy. And I'm giving VM source. So it is just only some static front-end code, guys. Sir, now if you want to see, there is some other stuff you need to cover. For example, let me go to that one. CD/var. If you go to var, there is something folder called as logs. Okay, CD log. Go to this part. So here you can see the log files. Okay. So there are some files called access.logs as well as error.log. So I'll tell you what is the meaning of access log as well as error log. Okay. So just find with the name of find/name access.log. Okay. So this is the path. Guys, if you don't know anything how to go to certain folder, for example, I have a file. I don't know where the file is located. Okay, see, this is the command. I have one file. Access.log is the file. The reason why I'm showing the file command is it is definitely useful on your real time. Okay. So in what kind of scenarios we can use this? For example, you have n number of folders. You know the file name, but you don't know where exactly it is located. You know the file name, but you don't know where exactly it is located. You can use the find command. Find/name. What is the name of the file? Type it. Directly you can get the location. Sir, for example, I want to find the name called index.html. I have a file called index.html, but I don't know how to find it. Like I don't know where it is located. Find/name. What is the name of the file you are searching for? Index.html. So you can find like this. Okay, so remember, if you don't know where your files are located, you can use the find command. So now go to this one, sir. Copy. I am going to give the cat-n shift insert. Sir, now you are seeing the 6 lines. You are seeing the 6 lines now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the IP address. From this IP address, anyone can access my application. Open your mobiles or open your laptops. Anything is fine. Just copy the stuff I have given on your chat box. I have given one IP address on your chat box. Please open that IP address, all of you. Okay, Ravindra, like I'll tell you, like what is the main purpose of using Nginx over HTML or Tomcat and webs here. I'll tell you. So in the meanwhile, please open the IP address I have given for you and check whether you are able to access the application or not. If you are able to access the application, let me know. So Hitesh, Monica, and Sakshat, all of you are able to access the application. Okay, that's very great. So now see what will happen is how many of you are access? How many of you are able to access means previously I am having only 6 lines, sir. Previously now I am having only 6 lines. But if I give the same command cat-n var log access.log, you are getting 99 lines. That means this much of people are accessing my application. Okay, in real time, if I want to see how many people are accessing my application, you can be able to see like this. Okay. So lot of people. Now I am having 99, right? If I give one more time cat-n, or you can give tile command as well. That is much more better. Cat command to print the line numbers, but you can use tile command as well. Tile-n var log. So you can be able to access the logs like this. Tile. I'm going to give the last 100 lines. Tile-100. So you can see live logs you are seeing, sir. Now try to access one more time. Guys, try to access one more time. These logs will go into monitor, like it will come. See, it is coming, again coming, again coming. Now try to log in one more time. Again, it is coming. So in real time, if you want to see how many number of hits you are going to get for an application, you can get it like this. So this is the how exactly real time stuff is going to work for you. If you want to monitor how many people are able to hit your URL, you can get like this. So still it will go. You will get the timestamp, you will get the date, you will get the time, and you will get the timestamp, and you will get the what kind of request 404. Like these are the server codes actually. Like we can call it as server codes. Okay, from this URL you are going to access the application. So username, don't worry. Username and password I haven't given. I am not linking to database. Okay, I just given the front end code, but backend I haven't linked it till now. Okay, don't worry about it. So now, sir, this is the way how the applications are going to get the hits, and it is the way how you are going to get the logs on real time. 1 second, let me give the log file as well. So it is the command to check the logs. Style hyphen 100F means you will get the last 100 lines. If you don't want to type, give cat command, cat hyphen n, shift insert. 1 second. So if you want to stop it, just to give Control C. If you give Control C, it will stop automatically. So guys, this is the path actually. Okay, this is the path. From this path, you can be able to get the logs. Okay, so I'm giving cat slash var log and log. And one more thing I said, right? If you don't know how to find a particular file, give the find command, find hyphen name. Okay, just to give access.log. It is the file name. I know the file name, but I don't know about the where exactly the file is located. So I can use the find command for it. Okay. So this is the stuff you need to learn, guys. So now is the point clear what I have said for you? So today's class, I have shown you the server architecture and difference between website and web application. Okay. So this all stuff we have cleared up to now. Okay. So I have taken Nginx as my web server and I have shown a static deployment where you can get the application running on your server. So now coming to the questions and queries, like if you are having any questions or any queries, you can ping me on the chat. I'll reply from here. So first question is from like Ravindra. Sir, what is the purpose of using Nginx or other servers? Like you can use Tomcat, you can use IBM WebSphere, you can use JBoss. Okay, you can use IIS as well. So Ravindra, here web application server, you can use anything. It's not restricted to only Nginx. You can use Tomcat as well. Okay, it depends upon your requirement whether to use Nginx or Tomcat. For example, I want to order food. I can use Swiggy application. I can use Zomato application. It's my choice, right? So in real time as well, whenever you are having multiple servers, you can check the server whatever you want, and you can use it. So username and password, don't worry. It is just a static page. Okay, don't give username and password. I haven't set up anything like that. So what is the difference between static and dynamic website? Static website means which will not change. Dynamic websites means definitely will change as per the time changes. Nginx is not only web server, guys. Here for demo, I have said the Nginx. You can also use Apache Tomcat. You can use JBoss. You can use WebSphere. You can use IIS. Any kind of web server is fine. But for practical demo purpose, I have taken Nginx. How much we learn Linux for this? So if you learn for our course, like if you enroll for DevOps course, you can get the Linux complete course free of cost. No need to pay amount for it. Only for the people who enroll for DevOps, AWS, and data science. So still any questions or queries from your end? If you are having any questions or queries, you can ask me. I'll reply to all of you. So any questions or queries from your end? So I have sent like this one file. So please check your chat box. Okay, so how we can host applications HTTPS. So like Avilash, here you need to enable SL certification. So if I'll show you lively, what are the doubts you are asking, right? So I'll show every doubt lively. So for example, it is my HTTP only, it is not secure. If you want to make it secure as HTTPS, you need to install some certificate here. Okay, so in real time, you can go and buy your certificates and you can install it here. So if you say here, like it is not perfectly secure. So I'll show you how to install SSL. First of all, go to GoDaddy. If you go to GoDaddy, here you can buy your SL certificates. So just go to here and type SSL certs. Okay, so these are the SSLs, like no need to pay this much of amount. SSL certificates. Just go to the filter and like select, for example, I want to host an e-commerce web application. Go to e-commerce. Okay, so where you can buy. So for 818 rupees, you can buy the SL.tools. Okay, so depends upon your availability, you can buy your custom domains and you can install them. I hope it is clear for you, Avilash. How config VPN for web application? So that is your VPC part. So in your AWS, you are going to learn the VPC. So that VPC directly you can configure to your web application. For on-prem, we need to call it as VPN, but for cloud, we need to call it as VPC on AWS. Sir, how many tools you are going to learn? And one more thing, let me show you DevOps content. First of all, it is the best thing I need to show you. Let me open this one. And so, sir, in our DevOps course, exactly we are going to learn 11 tools, starting from Git. So these are our syllabus actually. So DevOps intro, first of all, we'll start and we'll go for the Linux. These are the stuff you are going to learn on Linux. So Git and later GitHub. So later you are going to learn Maven. So later Jenkins you are going to learn. And after that, we are going to learn Ansible. So Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. So, you know, like Terraform is going to be the very, very important tool on the real time. So whenever you are going with experience, definitely every recruiter as well as every technical team from the company is going to expect Terraform from you. So on our course, exclusively, we are going to learn Terraform in depth. That means directly you can go to your real time work and you can create your Terraform workspaces and you can work and you can create the infrastructures directly. So what are the stuff you are going to learn completely is experience level. It is not the fresher level. With the content I have taught, my previous batch students went with almost 3 years of experience. Okay. So real time work means definitely from my classes, what are the stuff you are going to learn is completely real time. Okay. So the amount of content as well as the quality of content you are going to learn is completely up to the top notch. Okay, so even the people who want to go with 3 years of experience directly take this course and you can put your 3 years of experience. Why? Because a lot of my people, I mean my students from previous batches went with experience. Okay, the people like who want to switch their career and who want to go with the air gaps, it is the best platform where you can learn. And what are the content you are going to learn is up to real time. So on our course, exclusively we are going to with 5 projects, not 1 or 2. I'll explain how the pattern of our series is going to be. For every day, after the class, you are going to have the lab sessions. In the labs, both me and mentors are going to available. First thing, you will have some dedicated mentors. If you get any doubts or queries, they will help you as well as me. And every day you are having daily tasks. Okay, daily tasks will be given. Okay, weekly there will be some assignments. So in these assignments, like we are going to monitor how you are going to do the task in real time. Whenever you go, they will do some task for you. So we are going to monitor like how the task you are doing. If you are doing, it's very great. If you are not going to do, we are having some mentors. These mentors are going to be helpful for you. So mentor support is from morning 9 AM to evening 6 PM almost. So you can come to the lab at any time and you can practice. Not only for offline people, not only for offline, even for online as well, we have mentor support. For example, if you are on your home, if you are practicing something and if you get stuck, so we will create a Zoom ID and we will give it to you. You can talk to our mentors and they are going to help. If mentors are not going to solve that issue, I am there to help you. As well as if you go to any other outer part, you will learn 1 or 2 projects. But on our course, we are going to have 5 projects. Not 1 or 2, you are going to learn 5 projects. These are real time. So whenever you go for experience or any other interview, what are the troubleshooting techniques and what are the stuff I am teaching here? If you are able to explain them clearly, definitely you can crack interviews without any doubt. So these about course. So syllabus wise, take this syllabus and compare with any others. So you can find it is very vast. Okay. So the syllabus you are going to learn is very, very vast. As well as here we are going to cover AWS as well. So AWS few topics we are going to cover, as well as we are going to cover artifact like JFrog, we are going to cover Nexus, we are going to cover. So LAMP stack as well as like differences of monolithic microservices and deployment types you are going to cover. So these are the real-time projects you are going to see completely. Okay. So these are the hands-on syllabus, guys. Sir, for DevOps, do we need to learn any programming? Like if you learn Python, it will be beneficiary for you. Like what I can say is, without programming as well, a lot of people are cracking DevOps jobs. It is not mandatory, but if you have, it is very helpful for you. Sir, if index.html page is not loading properly, so we need to troubleshoot it, yes. So if it is not loading means, first of all, we need to check the security groups. Then later we need to check the service is running or not. So we need to buy the SL certs. If you want to create, you can create your own. Any programming language you need to learn, it's not. Sir, Putty and MobaXterm, PowerShell, both are same, which we are going to. So in industry level, we are going to use MobaXterm. I can tell the same class on MobaXterm. I will use Putty. I'll show you how to connect with MobaXterm. For our demo purpose, I have just shown you browser. But don't worry, our classes are completely going to be on MobaXterm mode. Okay, don't worry about this. MobaXterm I'll show you, as well as Putty also I'll show you how to work with Putty. So duration of course almost like you can take it as like 2.5 months in a least case. So 2 months to 2.5 months. Definitely you can take it. So course content I'll show you. 1 second, let me share the course content as well. It will be much easy for you. So I am sharing the document for you. So I'm giving the course content, guys. So you can take the syllabus from here. So daily like 1 to 1.5 hours will be the class, and after that you are going to have the lab. So daily like you can take 2.5 hours for lab and class. Okay. So course we are going to start from like March 1st. I mean, sorry, not March. Pardon, it's May 1st. Don't worry, if you miss the session as well, you are going to get the recording. So just subscribe to our Naresh IT channel. So if you go to our Naresh IT channel after the class, you will get the recording. Don't worry about it. So this course will be from Monday to like, I will give the course overview. 1 second. So I'll give the course overview for you. So our course is DevOps. Our course DevOps. And the trainer name and my name is Raham. So in the course, you are going to learn DevOps, you are going to learn, as well as a bit of AWS you are going to learn, and Linux also you are going to learn. Okay, so these are the topics you are going to learn on our course. Coming to the like duration, it's 2.5 months. Simply we can take. Okay, 2.5. Like simply I can tell 70 days plus 70 days. Okay, 70 days plus, like it will easily take 70 days plus. Okay. So, and from the batches like days are like weekdays. So from Monday to Saturday is going to be our class. Our class are from Monday to Saturday. So timings. So class will be like 1 hour on a least case, but we will take 1.5 hours in a least case. Okay. So after the class, you are going to get the labs. You will be going to the labs as well. Okay. In the labs, you are going to get the mentor support. And if you learn this course, as I said before, so you can easily get the experience content. Okay. So content lies where you can go. This is the vast content. So like you can learn more here when compared to other people. Like, so if you have like some alien, you can go and you can check. I have given the course content, right? So you can go and you can check. So you will find this content better from anywhere. So fees will be like 8,000 for you for classes, and for recording you will be having some separate fees of 8,000. Okay. So that's it, guys. So if you want any kind of more information, so like you can go to our NareshIT website and you can find the batches, or else you can contact the NareshIT team as well. So our team is always going to helpful for you. So if you want any kind of information, please feel to reach them. Okay, feel free to reach them. So timings, like the timing, it will be mostly 9 AM morning. Okay. So we are going to have the batches on morning 9 AM as well as 11 AM batches as we have. So I'll read the batches as well. 1 second. It is completely flexible, guys. batches, you will have morning batch. 9 a.m. batch will be there. I'm talking about my slots 9 a.m. 11 a.m. slots will be there and 6 p.m. slot will be there. So you can attend to any of this. So if you want more information, you can contact our Naresh IT. So if you don't know how to contact them, so just go to here, type Naresh IT. So 1 second. So it is our website. So if you go to Naresh IT, so here you can see what are the batches currently it is having. So if you go to the all courses, so you can see the batches as well as you can see the timing. So if you want more information, so it is the phone number. Okay. So it is a phone number. So you can contact to the NareshIT team. So our team is always going to help for you. So you can do WhatsApp as well. So it is our WhatsApp number. So it is our website. So you can go and you can contact them for any kind of details. So, okay. So it's almost like up to about to end session. So one thing I want to get from every one of you, how the workshop is going for you. I would like to get response from everyone. Can you please ping me on your chat? So out of 5, like how do you rate the workshop? If I get response from every one of you, like I'll be very happy for you. Please ping me on the chat. So out of 5, like how much the rating is going to? So outstanding 5 by 5. Okay, great. So what about remaining people? Okay, that means like you are enjoying session. So what are the thing I have got? Everything is 5 out of 5. So remaining people, what about remaining? So it is great to get response from all of you. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. If you join late as well, like you can get absolute record. Don't worry about it. So just go to our YouTube and type Naresh IT. So you can find the same webinar on our YouTube as well. So the next workshop is going to be on your like almost like 2 weeks later. Why? Because like it is Ramadan, right? So after the festival, I will conduct the workshop definitely. Per a month, I will try to take 2 to 3 workshops for you. Don't worry about it. So like you thought DevOps is very hard, but it is very easy after session. Okay, thanks, Sakshat. So don't worry, like what are the classes like I am telling, right? So it is absolutely like real-time top-notch content. And one more thing I forgot to tell you is, sir, you are not going to learn the content on static way. For example, like if I want to explain anything, so I'll tell you. For example, I want to explain the concept called Nginx. Okay, I want to tell this concept for you. I will not take the notepad and not write there. But only that webinar, like I have wrote this. But once you enter into your course, what are the subject you are going to learn is completely this kind of presentation you are going to get. So it is completely graphical user interface. We can call it as, okay. So I'll make a very beautiful presentation for you. So if I want to explain any kind of concept, if you see this concept, you can able to remember easily. Why? Because here everything I have drawn with the help of the Canva. So you can see the presentation and you can able to get. So these kind of presentations are going to be there on our classes. So after the class, you are directly getting these kind of PPTs for your Google Classroom. Okay. So everything is going to be very, very interesting on our DevOps course. Okay. So it is only demo, but for demo, like I think all of you are impressed. So on our class also, we are going to have very lot of fun as well as lot of content you are going to learn. So hope we'll see all of you on our next class. Thank you. Thanks everyone. We'll meet you on next workshop. Bye. So it's been nice talking with you, all of you. So I hope this workshop is very good for you. So let's meet on your next workshop. So happy weekend for all of you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So I hope all of you will meet on our next session. Bye. Yeah, Vilash, you can join when you have career gaps. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So we'll meet on next class. So I'm very happy like all of you joined here. Bye. Sounds good by not? We are going to meet on our next workshop session. Okay. Don't worry, I'll not leave you until you join the course. Bye. Bye, everyone.